In recent years, Prince Harry's once measured public demeanor has given way to a series of fiery, headline-grabbing outbursts, each more unrestrained than the last. While the Duke of Sussex insists these emotional moments stem from years of personal struggle and unresolved trauma, a growing body of political commentators, royal insiders, and body language experts suggest that the real catalyst is far closer to home: Meghan Markle. To many, the Duchess of Sussex's unyielding influence has been the accelerant fueling Harry's increasingly combative tone, both against the royal institution he once served and the family members he once defended. Far from being a passive partner, Meghan's strategic guidance, and at times, her confrontational approach, appears to have reshaped Harry into a weaponized voice against the monarchy, leaving a trail of fractured relationships and global controversy. Prince Harry was once known for his roguish charm and ability to connect warmly with the public. His candid moments, whether joking with soldiers or comforting grieving families, painted the picture of a man who could balance personal vulnerability with a sense of duty. Yet, since his marriage to Meghan in 2018, that balance has tipped dramatically. Public appearances now frequently double as platforms for grievances against the British press, against royal protocol, and, most tellingly, against his own relatives. Observers note that Harry's tone has shifted from a soft-spoken sincerity to a persistent defensiveness, often bordering on hostility. The transformation has been so stark that it invites the question: is this Harry's authentic voice finally unleashed, or the result of calculated molding by a partner with her own agenda? To understand Harry's public outbursts, one must examine Meghan's influence, an influence rooted not in malice, but in an unyielding worldview. Meghan entered royal life as an outsider, a mixed-race, divorced, American actress stepping into one of the most rigid, tradition-bound institutions in the world. Her instinct was not to adapt quietly, but to challenge, confront, and reform. For Harry, who had long expressed frustration with royal constraints, this perspective was intoxicating. Yet, what began as empowerment seems to have evolved into provocation. Meghan's own history with the British press, marked by high-profile lawsuits, blistering interviews, and pointed criticisms, mirrors Harry's recent trajectory almost exactly. In interview after interview, the couple's narratives have aligned so perfectly that critics suspect these outbursts are far from spontaneous. Instead, they appear to be strategic releases, designed to generate maximum impact and global sympathy. The royal family's survival has always depended on its code of silence: never complain, never explain. For decades, even in the face of scandals, the Windsors maintained a dignified quiet, allowing public perception to heal naturally. Harry's increasingly confrontational approach represents a direct rejection of this unwritten law. From Oprah Winfrey's explosive sit-down to Netflix docuseries revelations and memoir tell-alls, Harry has traded palace discretion for international stage drama. Meghan's defenders say this is transparency. Her detractors call it betrayal. What is indisputable, however, is that these actions have stripped away the royal mystique and left the monarchy vulnerable in ways it has never been before. Public relations analysts argue that Harry's outbursts are not emotional slips, but carefully timed interventions. They often coincide with major royal events: weddings, funerals, jubilees, ensuring they overshadow the family's positive publicity. Meghan's Hollywood background in media management and storytelling provides the perfect playbook for such tactics. By positioning Harry as the wronged son, trapped in an antiquated and hostile system, the couple has built a brand on victimhood and resilience. The formula works. Outrage drives interviews, interviews drive book sales, and book sales fuel the couple's independent financial empire. The personal cost of these public attacks has been staggering. Harry's relationship with his brother, Prince William, has deteriorated to near radio silence. His once warm connection with Catherine, Princess of Wales, now appears beyond repair. Even King Charles, who had historically been more sympathetic to Harry's independent streak, has reportedly grown weary of the constant provocations. Meghan's critics argue that she has encouraged these rifts, prioritizing loyalty to their joint narrative over reconciliation. Supporters counter that she has simply given Harry the courage to speak truths he once buried. The truth, as always, likely lies somewhere in the middle, but the optics remain brutal. Love them or loathe them, Harry and Meghan have mastered the art of remaining relevant. Every outburst, every interview, every pointed statement keeps them in the headlines. In the entertainment-driven age of global politics and celebrity culture, this relevance is currency. For the Sussexes, controversy is not just a byproduct, it is the product. Meghan's ability to position herself and Harry as perpetual underdogs ensures that their story never runs dry and their audience never looks away. Prince Harry's legacy is no longer defined solely by his military service, charitable work, or place in the royal hierarchy. It is now irrevocably tied to his role as the monarchy's most vocal critic, a role shaped, in no small part, by Meghan Markle's influence. Whether history views this as an act of bravery or betrayal will depend on who writes it. But one fact is certain. The royal family's era of quiet dignity has been shattered, replaced by a relentless cycle of public accusations and defensive countermeasures. And at the center of it all stands a couple who seem to understand, better than anyone, that in the modern age, the loudest voice always wins.